Kamusta mga kaibigan? Welcome to Josh Friends, where faith meets friendship and inspiration is always within reach. Ako po si Father Migs Ramirez, and as we step into another year together, I'm so glad you're here with us. For those just joining us, think of this as your spiritual tambayan, a place where we gather to share stories of faith through the amazing collection from JESCOM exclusives, Stories of Faith. Whether you're a long-time listener or this is your first time here, tuloy po kayo. Part na kayo ng barkada namin. Each episode, we invite friends of the Jesuits to share something special from the JESCOM Exclusives library. Readings from our books, song lyrics turned into poetry, and words that might be exactly what your heart needs to hear today. So, sit back, relax, and let's dive into another episode of heartwarming stories and uplifting messages. Are you ready? Let's go!
My father crossed the world with nothing but grit and faith, and somehow came home with more than he left with. Not money, something harder to earn than that. I'm Ces Dela Cruz Guevara, voice actor, director, script translator, host, producer, lector on some Sundays, minister of communion the next. If there's a story that needs telling or a room that needs holding together, I'm usually somewhere in it. People see the list and assume confidence, assured, sorted. Hindi. Talaga lang, hindi. Experience and self-doubt don't cancel each other out. They just learn to share a dressing room. I've been in recording studios, on stage, in front of cameras, and there are still mornings when a small voice asks, "Are you sure you belong here?" Imposter syndrome doesn't check your resume. It just shows up. And procrastination? That one's sneakier. Kasi it doesn't always look like laziness. Sometimes, it's fear wearing the clothes of a very full schedule. So I stay busy. I keep moving. Next project, next hosting gig, next parish production. Habang may ginagawa ka, hindi mo naririnig yung boses na nagtatanong kung kaya mo ba talaga. Until the quiet comes anyway. Father's Day was yesterday, and this year, I found myself thinking about my tatay. An 83-year-old man from a family of poor farmers in Nueva Ecija. Eldest of 13, he helped his father in the fields starting from elementary school, only finished grade 6. Became an OFW before my youngest sister was born. Spent years abroad as TNT. Out of contact with us for a stretch of time that I don't think any of us talk about enough. And then AT&T saw something in him, a man with a grade 6 education, running machines for one of the biggest companies in the world. He sent all 4 of us to college, put food on the table, supported relatives who needed a hand, while supporting all the needs of our eldest sister who is a PWD. All of it, tibay ng loob at pananampalataya lang ang sandata niya. He never made a big deal of any of it. He is a man of very few words, so when he opens his mouth to say something, we stop and listen, because it means something. And now at 83, kamay nanginginig, mabagal na ang lakad, malabo na ang pandinig. What I keep noticing is how little it takes to make him happy. Isda, gulay, gatas ng kalabaw, parang piyesta na sa kanya. He smiles when he sees you. He smiles when anyone greets him. Napakababaw ng kaligayahan ni tatay. And somehow, that's the most profound thing about him. That's the image I was carrying when I sat with My Soul Finds Rest by Himig Heswita, written by Father Arnel Reyes SJ from All Bayan ng Diyos. A man who had every reason to be exhausted, bitter, anxious, and somehow he just rested. Not because life was easy, but because he knew where to place the weight. My soul finds rest in God alone. My salvation comes from Him. He alone is my rock. My tatay didn't have theology to explain that. He had grade 6 and a simple prayer and whatever quiet stubbornness it takes to keep going when the world has given you every reason not to. But that's exactly what the song is describing. Not rest as the absence of struggle, rest as a decision about where you anchor yourself when everything else is unstable. Rest your heart not in riches nor honor of the world. Weighed out with the heart of God, these blow to nothingness, vanish like breath. He never chased any of that. And I used to wonder if that was a limitation. Now I think it was wisdom I wasn't ready to understand yet. For someone like me, someone whose whole life is about production, output, performance, yung rest na yan is the thing I keep missing. Hindi ko inaabot. I'm too busy directing the show to actually sit in it. My husband Noel sees that. He's one of the few people who knows the difference between Ces, the professional, and Ces, the person. He doesn't ask how the show went. He asks how I am. That kind of steady presence, yung nandun lang, walang agenda, it's the same thing that I see in my father. And it's the same thing the song keeps pointing back to. You yourself, Lord, have said, I am your strength. I am your deliverer, loving and merciful Father of all. That's the Father Day reflection I didn't know I needed. Not a grand gesture, just a presence that holds. For those of you who have served through music, choir members, cantors, worship teams, parish musicians, this is a song worth bringing to your community. Not just for Father's Day, but for any Sunday when the people in the pews are carrying more than they're showing. Sometimes, the most pastoral thing you can offer is a song that gives people permission to stop performing and just rest. My Soul Finds Rest by Himig Heswita is on Spotify, Apple Music, and all major streaming platforms. And if you want music that does what good liturgical music is supposed to do, not just fill silence but speak into it, explore the full Himig Heswita catalog through Jescom exclusives at jescom.ph/Josh. One more thing. This July 4, 2026, Bayan Umawit Ignition Music Fest 2026 at the new Frontier Theater, Araneta City, Cubao, 7 p.m. Bukas Palad at 40, Hangad at 35, Himig Heswita at 45, with the company as special guests. If any of these ministries have ever moved you, in a church, in a car, in a moment when a song said what you couldn't, that night is worth being in the room for. My soul finds rest in God alone, not in the next project, not in the applause, not even in how well the production went. My tatay figured that out somewhere between the fields of Nueva Ecija and an AT&T workshop abroad. He never performed rest. He just lived it. Maybe that's the script I've been trying to learn my whole career. Faith isn't just something we hold. It's something we live. This 2026, journey with us through music that doesn't just inspire, but holds you when you need holding. Stream My Soul Finds Rest by Himig Heswita on all major DSPs and support the ministry at jescom.ph/Josh.
Maraming salamat po mga kaibigan. I hope the words we shared resonated with you and gave you something beautiful to carry into your week. Remember, the full book, song, or resource we featured today, along with so many other inspiring materials, can be found at Jescom Exclusives Stories of Faith. And before we go, I want to remind you, in this journey of faith, hindi ka nag-iisa. We are all in this together, growing and discovering God's love in every conversation, every story, and every moment. Ito po si Father Migs Ramirez, and until we meet again, paalam at ingat mga kaibigan.